Acceleration pattern is largely determined by the quality of the start. Discipline and replication in assuming the correct stance must be insisted upon when teaching the start. In the crouch start, a staggered stance must be taken with 8 to 12 inches between the front heel and the rear toe. If the feet are closer, the push-off is compromised, while if they are farther apart, by simple geometry, the hips are positioned too low. The front knee should be positioned over the front toe and the shins inclined forward. The hips should be flexed to set up a powerful extension. This should place the chest close to the front thigh and the hips slightly higher than the shoulders. While most of the body weight will be on the front foot, some must remain on the back foot and the hips should be positioned vertically between the feet. Too much weight on the front foot causes the jumper to stumble out and the entire approach is compromised. Finally, the arms are held in an alternated position so that the arm opposite the front leg is forward. At push-off, the body should displace upward and outward. This upward component is important and full extension should be present. The thigh should move through a large range of motion indicated by a large split. The arm should be powerfully alternated in opposition. In the rollover start, from a standing position, the jumper flexes at the waist to assume the push-off position. This flexion at the waist is critical. It is a common error for the jumper to shift weight onto the front foot rather than flexing at the waist, setting up a push-off that is too low in trajectory and producing stumbling. The feet are positioned in the same way as in the crouch start. Prior to push-off, the jumper leans back slightly and the front toe is raised, setting up the dorsiflexion of the ankle that will be needed throughout the run. The arm opposite the front leg is raised in opposition. The jumper then flexes at the waist, bringing the body into the same relative positions employed in the crouch start. The shins are tilted, placing the front knee over the front toe. This bending at the waist flexes the hips, placing the chest close to the front thigh, resulting in the hips being positioned slightly higher than the shoulders. The arms are alternated in anticipation of push-off. Just prior to push-off, the hip should be located vertically between the feet. Upon push-off, we should see the same upward and outward push-off, and full extension should be present. Incomplete extension normally results from a lack of adequate flight time following the start caused by placing too much weight on the front foot and pushing at a trajectory that is too low. When the trajectory is too high, momentum development suffers. The jumper is trying to achieve a happy medium. Large ranges of motion at the hips and powerful countering movements of the arm should be present as well.